Let me tell you something. A jealous friend is a dangerous enemy. Remember, Judas once ran with Jesus. Peter once ran with Jesus. Peter denied Jesus. Judas crossed Jesus. Biggie ran with Tupac. Nipsey Hussle ran with that nigga who killed him. You gotta understand it's never the enemy that gets you, it's always your own people. They know your spots, they know where your baby mama stay at. They know about your side bitch. They know about your main hoe. They know where your mama stay at. They know where to come get you. They know what you afraid of. They know what you ain't gonna do. They know if you really about that life. They know how you getting money. They know how you giving it up, and the first time you say no, you got to go. And it usually be the niggas that always say, man, you got all the hoes. Man, you getting all the money. Man, you ain't gonna look out for your dog? See, jealousy and envy is kissing cousins. Make sure they ain't close to you. I'm telling you right motherfucking now, these niggas watching your spots. These niggas watching you. These niggas paying attention. And a jealous friend is a dangerous enemy. Time as you say no, you got to go. Especially if you get money, he don't want to see that shit no more. Especially if you ain't taking care of him. And he feel like he supposed to have just as much as you, but he ain't put the work in that you did. You gotta understand. You got to go. A jealous friend is a dangerous enemy. Test your circle. Just remember, you only strong as your weakest link. If you ain't got weak links in your circle's strong. And see, the more older and the more wiser you get, you gonna start to be doing dirt and running by your lonely, because you gonna realize when you was kids you had friends. But when you got older, responsibilities kick in. And if you ain't looking out, or you ain't the plug, a nigga ain't got no love, man. Stay the fuck around these fuck niggas. Get your money and get the fuck up out the way, man. A dangerous friend. A jealous friend is your worst enemy. We the business.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone. And peace to you, sincere brothers out there. And I gotta be the bad guy again. But something through the spirit I wanted to point out for brothers, just to encouraging brothers to look out for these downwards me spirits out there, and men prophesying in an evil spirit. Because when you go back to Saul, I know we go into Saul and the story is King David and Saul a lot, but there's many things you can learn from these scriptures in different ways, and there's always something else coming out. But anyway, you gotta understand that Saul was jealous of David and he hated David, and now we're in a world where jealousy is everywhere and hatred is everywhere. Now what you gotta understand is, what I'm trying to come across here, you gotta understand that you actually have men in this truth that are of the house of Saul, and they're prophesying in an evil spirit. So you want to watch who you watch, meaning that everybody that's prophesying right now, they're not in the righteous spirit. They're not in the right spirit. A lot of men are in the evil spirit. We know about Nate, General Gahana. We know Zabak is off. We know Sakari and a lot of these guys are off in the spirit, even amongst the particular camps or the elders, as the elders have said themselves. But one thing to look for, you have to look for that particular spirit that's out there, and it's an evil spirit of doubt and unbelief. Now, the reason a man may have that spirit is because he's actually from the seed of Saul, and he's actually in an evil spirit. See, a lot of men that's lukewarm, that don't have their heart into it, that just go out on Saturdays and they're not really doing the work like that. A lot of these men are in evil spirits. They don't believe, and they have a sluggard demon on them. And the scripture tells you don't be sluggard. You have to put your whole heart into the Lord. So I'm gonna go into this story real quick, because you have men in the truth still prophesying in an evil, demonic spirit, which the thing you have to look for is the guys that's the clout chasers, and a lot of guys that's dragging they fucking ass. You have to really look for if you pray to the Lord to direct you to sincere men, he will do that. But a lot of men are in this spirit of Saul, which is a jealous spirit, which is a spirit of hate, and they're teaching the truth. You see, so that will have your ass messed up, because a lot of people that are carnal, that say, they just because he got GMS on his name, or he had his title on his name, they automatically think that he's righteous. But no, that is not it. You have a lot of corrupt men that are in these evil fucking spirits, and they're teaching the truth, and that evil spirit can hop out on you. If a man is not pushing a righteous vibration, and he uplifts you and he edifies you, then you shouldn't even listen to that man. So you have to beware of these spirits. Now, this is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verses 10. And just things to look out for, because in these last days, you want to keep that righteous spirit and a righteous vibration and a diligent vibration on you, so you can continue to prophesy, elevate in this truth, and stack your faith, because this is it. We in the end. So we have to abstain from all signs of evil and wickedness. You see, keep our love for the Lord fervent, and keep striving to be around men that's actually righteous. Now, this is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 10. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from the Most High came upon Saul. So the Lord puts evil spirits upon men, and that's why they don't do the work. And that's why you have some guys do the work, but they're not really doing it efficiently. They're not doing it with love, because the Lord sent a evil spirit upon Saul. Let me read that again. 1 Samuel 18 and 10. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from the Most High came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played in his hand. See, an evil spirit came upon Saul, and what did he do? He prophesied in the midst of the house. So you have men with evil spirits in this truth in different camps that's lukewarm, that don't believe, that have that woe is me pity spirit. They look sad because America's going to be destroyed, and they look like they don't want America to go. They don't even really, when they do their sit downs, they're not even really enthused to do it. You have to look out for this type of spirit, because this spirit is running rampant, and it is possible to prophesy in an evil fucking spirit, because this ain't something a lot of men were set up to do. A lot of men were set up just to lead the majority of men to astray, and the Lord set it up like that. So you're going to have more enemies of the cross in the truth than ones that's chosen. The scripture say many called, few are chosen. But the few men that's actually chosen by the Lord, they're going to be in the spirit. They're going to be vibrant. They're going to be hot for the Lord. They're going to be energetic, and you're going to feel uplifted after you listen to these men. Now, 1 Samuel 18 and 10. And it came to pass on the morrow that an evil spirit from the Most High came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his hand as at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And check this out. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided it out of his presence twice. So you have men that have jealous, covetous, angry spirits, and they're trying to teach the word, which if you're in the spirit, you can actually see who's in the spirit, looking beyond titles and all of that. You have to really look and see who's actually in the spirit. Well, if you're in the spirit, you know who's in the right spirit and who's not. So you got to understand that the scripture say in last times, perilous times to come, men shall be proud, boasters, haters of what's good, despising certain men of the Lord. So you have to avoid that lukewarm spirit. And if guys really are not pushing the word like that, avoid their ass. We got a lot of fucking enemies of the cross that's in this truth that the Lord is going to fucking destroy. And that's the spirit that's out there. You have a lot of men, because they don't have the oil, they're still prophesying in an evil spirit. And if they had a javelin, they would throw it at each and every one of us brothers that's actually hot for the Lord. Because remember, Saul was jealous because David had more of the spirit than him. David had 10,000 girls came out of him, and only thousands for Saul. And he was jealous of that. You have men teaching this truth in the wrong spirit. And some of these dudes too, they have big followings too. And they're able to fool people because they're good with their personalities and shit like that. So what spirit are you in? Are you in the spirit? Are you in the spirit? It's not about really too much about what camp you in. It's about what spirit are you in. So you have to check out men's spirit and see if they're really fervent for the Lord, and see if they teach this thing with passion, because a lot of men are teaching this thing in an evil spirit, which those spirits can hop out on you. So you have to avoid men that's lukewarm, that look shaky in the video, that don't really put up videos like that through the week, that got all these fucking excuses to do the work. When the Lord comes back, he ain't taking no excuses. He's going to render every man for his work. Every man for his work. So remember, the Lord could put an evil spirit on a man and have his ass prophesying in that Saul spirit, in an evil spirit. So many have an evil spirit on them prophesying. Beware. But with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. And it'll be on to the next one. Hey, Shalom.